The weather in Hong Kong is pretty fun. It's very humid. There's about 90% humidity pretty much year round. And so during the summer, it's really hot. For sisters, I would suggest finding clothes that doesn't show sweat as well, because you're always going to be wet. For others, you just kind of have to deal with it. And then in the winter, I heard it gets very, very cold. The winter that I was there was very mild, and even the natives of Hong Kong were like, wow, this is really warm this winter, which I was appreciative of. But coming from a humid climate from my hometown, it gets bitterly cold in the winter just because the humidity makes it colder. So it might only be 40, 50 degrees, but with humidity, it feels even colder than it is. So layers are nice. They don't have central heating or central air conditioning. So every apartment has a space heater, and then it'll have window AC units. And so, but there are timers on how much time you can use those throughout the day. Churches also don't have central heating. Macau tends to have slightly better weather. It seems to be more, you don't get quite the extremes as Hong Kong does. We do have typhoon season. One time on my mission we got a typhoon 10, which is the highest. But all of the buildings are very well built, so you don't need to worry at all. We just kind of slept right through the worst of it. And then in the morning we woke up and lots of trees were knocked over, roads were wiped out, and you're just like, that was a big storm. But the buildings, nothing bad happened to the buildings. And then occasionally you'll get black rain, which is snow has blizzards, rain has black rain, and so it rains so hard that you can't really see where you're going. They'll have red rain, which is not quite as bad as black rain. And so they'll have red rain warnings and black rain warnings and typhoon warnings. And so depending on the different levels of the warning will depend on if you can go out and work. Sometimes you can stay within 15 minutes of the chapel, sometimes you have to stay within 10 minutes of your home, and sometimes you just have to go home so that you don't get hurt or you're not put in danger from the weather. But most of the time it's very workable. You don't ever see snow. It'll never snow in Hong Kong. Some of the Hong Kong people will never have seen it snow. They might have gone north to see snow on the ground, but they won't actually have seen snow falling.